Guys, this is the Canadian knife company Sleeper, and this is a fairly new company, or at least to me. I know Jared said the same thing. He hadn't seen much of it. This is a great knife. We're going to crack into this. Let's do some real quick size comparison right after you guys look at the spec sheet on this. So you see you're getting some pretty good specs. 14C28N, micarta, multi-row bearing system, which we'll look at here in a little bit. And it is a great feeling knife. So your first knife for size comparison is going to be Benchmade 940. You can see overall length is just about the same. This is a bigger knife. This is a knife most of you guys are going to know the size of. And your final knife, as always, is Benz Large 21, a knife that a lot of people are familiar with. You can see this is a little bit longer, but this is a bulkier knife. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So like I said, 14C28N blade on this, and it is ground really well. This knife has cut so well. We'll talk about that in a second. So 14C28N blade, you have got reverse flick and thumb stud only. Now, thumb studs on this, I'm going to get a close-up shot and show you. Thumb studs on this are great. They really are in just about the perfect position for thumb studs, and they're a really good size. They're nice and big, and they stand up just the right height, but they're also far enough back that if you're worried about it being in the cutting path, you don't have to worry about that at all. Jimping on it is right here on the spine, really good area. It's okay jimping. It's not the greatest of jimping, but it's okay. It's enough that you get traction. The blade is ground nice and thin, has a lot of flat and then a little bit of belly right up here near the tip, which is really good because you can do some heavy duty cutting tasks here on the flat. And then if you're in a campsite or if you're out camping or an outdoorsman, you can get way up on this and you can skin small animals, small game, things like that, and cut around things. Really good and functional. The action on it, like I said, is just shy of becoming drop shut. You can shake it home. I think maybe as it breaks in, it will get better, but it's not bad. You've got really good access to the lock bar, as you can see right there. Really good access to the lock bar, but it's done in a fashion where it doesn't feel awkward or unusual. Sometimes when they scallop that out, they make it too thin or they make the lock bar too thin and it just feels weird in hand. Not at all on this one. Big choil where you can adjust your grip and get further up on it, which then leads us to the grip. So the grip on this in these, they call it premium micarta, blue micarta, is great because it's a thicker knife and they've chamfered this over all the way. And so it's nice and round. It fills the palm of the hand and then transitions down into a very comfortable grip. That is one of my favorite grips on any knife, is a thicker knife that's been chamfered really well. It always feels good in hand. It always gives you a very good, secure feel and grip with less fatigue. Pocket clip on it, even though the pocket clip does move, which I'm not a fan of, the pocket clip is super comfortable in hand and it carries really well in pocket. It's got just about the right amount of tension. Runs on a multi-row bearing system, which I'm going to take this apart and I'll get a couple shots and I'll throw them in right now so you guys can see the bearings. Multi-row bearing system on this, and all of the hardware is done in black and it's T8. So you only need one bit for this, a T8 bit. And then you look and all of the liners have been nested in so well to where you do not have them being seen except up at the lock access, which is a very good way to do it. I like when you can't see them. I also like when you can see them and they're polished and a little bit standing out so you get a flash. But this is a very attractive look on this knife. And then if you look in there, they've had weight reduction done on them, which makes this fairly bulky knife really light. And this big finger flick aperture also gives you some weight reduction. But the fact that it is so big means that you can get on it in multiple places depending on how you grab that knife. You can absolutely get on it and flick it from however you grab it because it is large. I like big, large apertures because the other thing too is I can slow roll that. Just like a Spidey hole, you can slow roll that out and it doesn't have to be reverse flick. Now I do have to say, there is only one small thing that I have found about this knife that I really don't like, and it's only one small thing. So this is a very rare occurrence. I don't mind that the pocket clip moves because when you've got it in hand, you really don't feel it because of the position it's in, but that positioning makes it take up a little bit more space in the pocket than I would want. You can see it's at an angle which makes it really comfortable. But when you put it in pocket, this kicks over a little bit and it doesn't sit flat. So an already large knife is taking up a little bit more space in pocket than it would have. Now, if you only carry one knife, not at all a problem. But overall, this has got so many bells and whistles going for it. The fact when it came, it looked so plain, and I thought to myself, I don't know about this. The way it performs, stellar. In hand, in pocket, the way it cuts, everything about it is just so good. Shieldin Knives did the OEM on this, so you know that they've done a couple other knives that we've seen recently. The Tranchodon, very striking knife. They did the Viper, which was my buddy Eric Garza's design. So I have to say they really knocked it out of the park on this. And like I said, the edge on this held up so well that I did not even have to sharpen it at all when I did the testing. So I gotta say, it has been a really nice addition to having it in while it was on loan. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts.
There you go, guys. Canadian knife company Sleeper. This is a great little knife. I was kind of underwhelmed when I first saw it because it's not that visually striking, but what it doesn't have in the looks department, and it has grown on me, but what it doesn't have there, it absolutely makes up for in the performance. This is probably one of the best performance cutters I've had on the channel in a very long time. Edge geometry, blade shape, the way the handles are, you can just literally cut forever with this, and it winds up being a lot of fun. So, and you guys know 14C28N, that's one of my favorite metals for any knife. So guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but tell me why I can't change the content. If you don't, tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you hit the bell icon, make sure that you've got notifications set to all, and make sure that you've got the your notifications set on your device. If you want to support the channel financially, ton of ways you can do it with the affiliate links down below. Coffee brand coffee, one of my preferred. Doll Strong knives, some of the best knives you're going to get at the price. And if they don't have something that matches what you want, then you don't know what you're looking for. All of the Amazon affiliate links down below are just a gateway into my affiliate store that I am trying to get built, so that it's just one click, one-stop shopping. But any of those, anything you purchase, just once you click on one, clear the search tab out and just look for whatever it is you're searching for, be it shampoo, hatchets, outdoor stuff, doesn't matter. I also have a membership that's tier-based. All 3 tiers get access to my Gilded server. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways I do on the Gilded server, and the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series that is here on YouTube behind that paywall. Guys, that's it on this one. I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.